Hello, folks. I am back with another book/story suggestion for you today. Um, Now, when I first started these videos this week, one of my big goals was to make sure that everyone had a few different options for places that you could go to either read or listen to books and stories out there on the internet for free. And there have been a couple really awesome services like Audible Stories or the Junior Library Guild digital platform that have opened up some of their content for free. But of course, there are loads of free ebooks out in the public domain that aren't going anywhere, even after, we're not in a global crisis. So today, in honor of that, I would like to take a little bit of time and highlight Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen as my suggestion today. Now, I have to admit, I feel a little silly suggesting this because, of course, it's wonderful. It's classic for a reason. Of course, there have been so many adaptations about it. But believe it or not, I only just finished reading this for the very first time this last week. And I was absolutely blown away at how relevant I still found it to be and how much I still loved it. Surprise, surprise, romance was not even close to my favorite part about this book. It was very much the dry humor, the social commentary, and oh my goodness, the characters. Like, I did not know that I knew a Mr. Collins. Turns out, when I think about it after reading about him in this book, I very much know several Mr. Collinses in my life. Um, and I think that that is something that makes this book and this story just really stand out and stand the test of time as it has proven time and time again. So, without further ado, let me show you a couple different places where you can access Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice for free. To do that, I am going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Make this little video kind of small. Okay, so we start off once again in our BK Schoology Library course, where we can look at the free ebooks page. And the first service I want to highlight to you is Project Gutenberg. Now, for years, Project Gutenberg has been scanning and transcribing books in the public domain and to make them freely accessible for people. So if we go ahead and pull up all of the different options that we have for Pride and Prejudice, actually, Pride and Prejudice is one of the most popular books that they have currently available. They have a ton of different formats that you can use, or you can even just read the book online for free by clicking this link right here. And as you scroll through, you'll see that it hyperlinks to all of the different chapters. So it's pretty easy to jump around. So that is one excellent option for being able to access books like Pride and Prejudice for free. Project Gutenberg is a great place to go to kind of pick up whatever classic novel you've been putting off for years. But I also wanted to highlight really quick this service, Macinvia. So much like the Junior Library Guild digital platform, Macinvia has created a lot of content or let out a lot of content for schools to use for free during this time. We do have a generic login, this Bishop Kelly High School username, and I believe that is also the password. Our password is also listed on the Schoology page as well. So we make sure to just log in right there. I'll go ahead and pull up a copy of Pride and Prejudice for you. I want to point out that when we go in through categories to scan for it, Pride and Prejudice is housed in the classics section, but there's 182 titles in there, so it's a little easier to find it if you go straight to the romance section, which I still think it's more of a social commentary, but there is some romance there. And then we'll just scroll on down so you can get a full view of some of the other books that they've placed in this section, which, by the way, call out to all of my BK sophomores over here, but how many of you would always put the Scarlet Letter in the romance section, huh? I wonder. I'm curious. Let me know. Um, so if we end up looking at the Pride and Prejudice ebook here, one of the things I like about how Macinvia has formatted it, it makes it a little bit easy to skim through. It's very well formatted, very easy to like zoom in and out and kind of cuddle up with the book a little bit more or make it feel like more of a book. They also have a really great text to voice feature that lets you kind of pick the accent so it isn't always the most robotic voice out there, which can be helpful. Um, anyway, I have held on to you all for long enough today, so I think that is enough for now, but check back for more book and story suggestions at a later date. Thank you, everyone.